NICO here with your Pathwatchers report for the incoming wave that is here to stay for all populations, articulated and illuminated by the Tower and once again the Sun. We see a massive displacement in the works. Please remember to observe these energies responsibly. The return to purity, innocence, and the true natural course of the path is happening now. The energies articulated by the Sun begin to oust the artificial and distorted experiences of the everyday. This may feel unsettling if there is a particularly strong attachment to a circumstance that is not in the highest interest of all concerned. This ousting and replacing will be creating and attracting new experiences of true matches, upgraded models, and more occurrences in alignment with higher levels of the self, in conjunction with the lower self. It is not the separate dualistic experience of the old way of lower self versus higher self, ego versus soul, and turn-taking. It's all at once. That is the Tower. Let go of attachments to narratives, scripts, and white whales. Remember, the Tower only feels forceful and shocking because it is a removal and release of that which must go, but may be affixed or attached in such a way that it was in resistance to the natural progression. A gentle release brings a peaceful exchange of eventualities, higher eventualities. Some stories, recent and not so recent, will be dismantled and concluded without any resolution that appeals to the conditioned ego, and some will be dismantled and dissolved without any resolution at all. Take care when interacting with others who may be struggling to integrate those experiences. If the lower mind begins to feel unstable due to these shifts, take a step back. Command the lower reactive levels. Stop talking. Stop thinking. Stop mystery solving. Align with the higher self. Investigate the new. Don't dissect the old. Connect. The alternative paths being presented this week are better. All beings are being brought back to their through line or connecting theme, course, and trajectory of their spiritual evolution. Depending on your generation, vibration, and level of consciousness, the experience and means by which these experiences take place may vary. This is a gratuitous grace for all. Some are arriving at outcomes through an accelerated boost opportunity. Some are arriving in timelines that were always their through line after extended periods of detours and off-roading. Some are arriving at their through line for the first time since birth in this incarnation. Enjoy it. Take care. Well, Gemini, now that we have seen what the incoming wave is, well, let's have a look and see how that's going to change your week. And remember, these incoming waves are here to stay. They're not just for 1 week. However, as it relates to the week of the 9th, well, let's have a quick look and see. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And if you ever wish to get a session with me, go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. So, your archetypal themes for the week, the background energies, what's going on when it comes to everything that you are experiencing, all of your engagements, the occurrences playing out around you. Well, we've got the Magician upright. And the Magician is exactly the as above, so below principle. It is the physicalizing and the materializing of the vibrational state and the vibrational state of being that we are carrying in the space that we hold, as well as our talents, our abilities, and everything about us being now empowered to, of course, take everything and match exactly that vibration and energy that we are holding. Now, with the Magician card upright behind everything this week and the talk about displacements for the better, well, it does look like a lot of you Gemini people are going to be noticing that you are the one moving around quite a bit this week. In fact, you may be finding that your environments are going through a radical shift in some way because you and or others may be actually moving to be better fits. and to places where they are better fits. Opportunities that are matching exactly what we are, where we need, what we exude, and what is embodied with our entirety. Because with the Magician card, we talk about as above, so below. What is going on, what we are carrying on all levels, is what substantiates the experience that we have. And so a lot of you pay attention to what's going on this week. Because with the Magician card upright, this could be a great time for a lot of you to start noticing that your environment, the people that you're socializing with, are starting to much more quickly than ever alter and change to become a more fitting match for not only your needs, but also your expressions. Everyone around you, including yourself, is kind of finding that space. They're becoming they're becoming their own magnet, drawing themselves to, or drawing to themselves, that which is actually going to belong. Now, with the Magician card upright, this could absolutely indicate a lot of you finding that you are also getting a need met by this correction of what is going on. If you feel like you have been around fundamentally incompatible influences, environments, people, or maybe attachments, or maybe you have been feeling like you want to attract, again, more mutually complementary experiences and inclusions to your life, the Magician is going to be showing you exactly what you're holding by displacing so much and showing you what's there. We are getting to the truth and showing the truth. And in fact, with news and arrivals, we actually have the Page of Swords in reverse. And it does look like this week there is going to be a need to correct or maybe end a story that we might have been accidentally playing a part in. Now, with the Page of Swords reversed, there's always an air of the need to correct misinformation, mischaracterization, or misassessment of whatever circumstance, connection, or whatever the heck is going on here. And with the Magician card reversed, if you feel like you have been misassessed or misplaced or misassigned, whatever, in some way, we have a chance, of course, to alter that. But don't suddenly be surprised if people may not necessarily understand that right away. Sometimes, however, this can also show up where we are also being lifted out of a situation that we don't belong in anymore. And this could be frustrating because maybe on a certain level we know that we were not necessarily supposed to be there, or maybe the circumstances or the pretenses in which we were operating, maybe it wasn't necessarily us all by ourselves, but maybe a fault or an error on the part of another. Those pretenses were false. This is a correction moment, but I don't want any of you to have fear about this. This is trying to set everything right for all involved, including you. When we get down to material and business concerns, we do have the Ace of Swords in reverse, and this week it does look like, once again, the misapplication of power, or the misassignment, misdirection of energy, or even missed opportunities are having their chance for a correction. And for a lot of you Gemini people with the Ace of Swords in reverse, it does feel like there is going to be a chance for you to get ahead, but we have to be willing to maybe break with a certain presentation or maybe a certain story that we have been telling, either for ourselves or for other people. Sometimes with the Ace of Swords reversed, we are offered an escape from I guess you could say, a wagon that's about to go over a cliff. But we have to face the challenge. Do we actually allow ourselves to step out now before it's too late? Or do we maybe try to save face and go over with it? Sometimes this can happen in circumstances with mistakes that are made on the job, or maybe even mistakes when it comes to hiring situations or hiring practices. And with the Ace of Swords reversed, it does not have to be a humbling moment. Absolutely not. but I do feel this correction could even benefit you greatly. This can also indicate for a lot of you it's time to call out where something has been misfiled, misapplied, mishandled as it relates to a financial or professional concern of your own. Even if you've been super nice, even if you've been letting it slide or it's been taking too long, it's time to check in. The early bird gets the worm with this card, so don't be timid. When it comes to love and when it comes to relationships, we have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. And for those of you who know me, remember, there are such things as positive reversed cards, and this is one of them. Because the Five of Pentacles in reverse is all about the filling of voids. So perhaps this is not showing up as a displacement for you, but maybe actually, finally, the filling of a void that has been there for very much a long time. This could be actually a material or an immaterial void for you and your partner. Quite possibly in a lot of cases, some of you could be finding yourself in a space where there is a chance, excuse me, there's cat hair everywhere, you might have a chance when it comes to maybe even getting a second opportunity at something that was either too expensive, too costly, or maybe too time-consuming before. For the Five of Pentacles reverse, this can also indicate, yes, the return of something that has been missing in your romantic life or your intimate life that is being provided either by a partner or somebody new if you are available, an experience or something that has been sorely lacking as it relates to your sense of emotional, maybe even mental or spiritual or social fulfillment that we have been feeling forced to go without. So I hope that helps you out there. It looks to be still a very good week. So thank you very much, Gemini, for watching. Remember, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever wish to get a session with me, go on ahead to my website. It's called integrativemysticism.com.